Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today's video I'm going to be showing you the many different ways that you can play the brand new Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX. So yeah, this card is coming out new in battle styles. It's a very good card for one fighting energy. You do 30 damage, and if you move from the bench to the active this turn, then it does 150 damage. But the main thing that most of these lists is focusing on is the second attack, VMAX Rapid Flow. For 2 fighting and a colorless, you discard all energy from this Pokemon, and it does 120 damage to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon. So, very powerful. And I have 4 lists here for you with this card in it, and is a main part of those lists that you can try out. So yeah, here's the first one. This is the straight Rapid Strikers for VMAX. I have 2 lists for the straight version up on my channel right now. You can go look at those. But this one is by Celia's Network on YouTube. He put out this list, I think, yesterday, but when I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, I really like this. It doesn't play any of the auxiliaries, which I think is the main thing that I would like to add to it if I could have the room. But this list just plays with the Jirachi to get your energy instead. His has the 3 Cheryl in it, as well as he mentions that he wants to get Eldegoss, like he might just cut the last Cheryl for an Eldegoss. So you have access to a whole bunch of healing in this list. 3 bosses orders, so you can usually in the straight versions, you're just gonna want to boss up a Dedenne, hit a Dedenne on a 1 prize here for 3 prize cards to win the game. So 3 of the boss, 3 Marnie for research as the draw on this list. He plays 2 Empoleon V. Now this is something I've considered in my lists because I've been working on a numerous number. But this Empoleon actually is really nice against the Centiskorch matchup. You can hit the Centiskorch. If you go first against the Centiskorch, you can attach to Empoleon. Then the next turn you can go boss, attach another energy. And if you have the double energy along with another regular energy, then you can just knock out their Centiskorch V. If they manage to VMAX it before you get your Empoleon rolling, no problem. You can hit it with Empoleon, and then later you can boss up a Dedenne and VMAX Rapid Flow for 5 prize cards. So Empoleon V is pretty good. He has the Jirachi Amazing Rare, the Jirachi GX get rid of weakness, the Dedenne Crobat, Learns Zagoon with these 3 Swim Nets so you can reuse their abilities. And the one Galarian Zagoon to fix math, like 2-shotting VMAXs, things like that. Here's the 2 Tower of Waters, so you can get in and out of the active very easily. 4 Quick Ball, 3 Communication, 3 Switch, 1 Escape Rope. 3 Switch, 1 Escape Rope feels right, except on my list, I'm actually leaning a little bit more towards this quad switch now, just because there's been a lot of situations where I'm like, oh, I'd rather that Escape Rope be a switch, because you don't want to rely, because sometimes you just want a boss, and then later you won't need a switch, but you Escape Rope instead. You're like, oh, why'd I boss? So I don't know if I like the Escape Rope anymore. It's a little bit unreliable, but it's in this list. 1 Air Balloon, 1 Create Belt, 1 Whirlpool Scroll. Mentioned in the video, and this is something that I didn't think about, that you can actually attach Whirlpool Scroll to Empoleon and get through Mew bench barrier. Just use that attack 30 spread to everything that the Whirlpool Scroll gives you attached to Empoleon to get through the Mew, so then your Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX can hit your opponent's benched Pokemon to resist stamina. Now, this is something I actually really like about this list. You have the Empoleon as an alternate attacker, and I think that's where the 2 Empoleon becomes nice, is you have the 2 reset stamps, so you can use this guy as an attacker, you can use this guy as an attacker to reset stamp your opponent to 3, 2, or 1, and yeah, and then the 4 Rapid Energy, 4 Stone, 2 Fighting. So this is a really good straight version. I really like this one. So yeah, if you want to see him talk about it a little bit more in depth, you can go watch his video on it. The next version is Mewtwo Mew Urshifu or Mewfu. This one by Omnipoke. He did a video on this where you use Mewtwo, Mew, and Welder to use the Reshiram Charizard's attacks like Flare Strike or Double Blaze GX, and then you can finish out KOs on VMAXs with the Urshifu VMAX. He also mentions in the video how this deck is really good at hitting weaknesses on things. So you can hit for Psychic weakness, Fighting weakness, Water weakness, and Fire weakness. And if you want to add an Aurora, you could potentially hit for Grass weakness, but I don't know what that's hitting in the meta. So this one's like a weakness box / Mewtwo / multiple prizes. This deck is really interesting. But yeah, this is Omnipoke's list, the Welders, and the Rapid Energy. Also the Flareon GX to get a little bit of an energy acceleration. quite a bit of draw in this form of support Pokemon. We have one Kricketune, two Dedenne, two Crobat, one Eldegoss. So yeah, this list is really, really cool. Next one, we have a Psychic Urshifu list. Once again, Celia's Network did a video where he's looking at some Japanese lists, but this isn't his direct list, so I'm not crediting him. I don't know the Japanese person's exact name. I probably couldn't pronounce it anyways, but this is a psychic version of the Urshifu. So we have the 3-3 VMAX, the 2-2 auxiliary, looking pretty standard, the Mew. Then you get into the weird, wacky stuff. You have the one Baby Blacephalon, Psychic Baby Blacephalon, that for a Psychic and colors places 4 damage counters wherever you want, but if your opponent has 3 prize cards, exactly, or it might be 4, I think it said 3 or 4, I can't remember. But if your opponent has exactly 3 or 4 prize cards, I can't remember which, you get to put 12. So this is a little bit more of a tempo one. You can like hit twice with the VMAX Rapid Flow, and then use the Gale Thrust, sorry, hit twice with the Gale Thrust, and then use Blacephalon to finish off of VMAX. Gengar Mimikyu, because that Poltergeist attack is pretty good, and the Whorehouse GX to draw you some cards, and to give you time to set up your VMAX. And then the one Mimikyu V, now this is really nice, because a lot of your attacks, they cost 2 energy. We have the 2 energy Poltergeist. We have the, in theory, 2 energy Rapid Flow. Mainly for this guy, though, we have the Mimikyu V, and you can just place it down, bring it into the active with your 3 Air Balloon, 3 Switch, 2 Rapid Strike Stadium, and then that will be able to buy you turns so that you can use double stuff on. That is if your opponent doesn't have boss or way to go around it. So that Mimikyu V is actually, I really like that in the list. The one Galarian Dragoon, to kind of do the same thing that Blacephalon does, just to help out with that Blacephalon, and then one Crobat. So no Dedenne, just one Crobat, which is interesting. So yeah, this is more of a spread version. 4 Quick Ball, 3 Communication, 2 Incenses. We do have quite a few evolutions. 3 Switch, 2 Resistant, because you could potentially use Envying Eyes as well. So you can like go Resistant Envying Eyes. 1 Tool Scrapper, 1 of the Fan, which is searchable with Octillery, so like searchable energies now, which is kind of nice. 3 Air Balloon, 1 Rapid Strike Scroll, which gives your Rapid Strike Pokemon it's attached to the attack. Whirlpool Dream, 1 Fighting, 2 double colorless, 30 everything. So that can be nice in some situations, especially. Main thing that's keeping this from being used in a lot of Rapid Strike decks is that it costs 3 energy, which is kind of awkward, but that Mimikyu can give you that tempo you need. For research, 2 Green's Motivation, searchable with Octillery, so like stamp proofing yourself, which is nice. Double Marnie, 3 Boss. Now 2 Tower of Waters, so you can give these guys for your treats. 4 of the Rapid Strike energy, and that's what makes this, in theory, 2 energy attack. 4 Aurora, so you can have these as the fighting or the psychic for your psychic attackers. 2 regular psychics and 1 capture. This list is pretty interesting. I really like this one, especially the Mimikyu. I think the Mimikyu is very nice in this list because it gives you the tempo that you can need in some situations. So, yeah. Next, we have a Zacian Urshifu deck, which is created by me. This one is going off the same kind of thing that the other one was, whereas you can hit with like First Strike, do 230, and then finish out with the Urshifu VMAX. But this one's using the metal engine with the metal saucer and the metal energies. But also, there's 3 XP share. I think this one's really leading on the Brave Blade into VMAX Rapid Flow for a KO on a VMAX and a hit on something else. Yeah, so what you can do is you can like power up your Brave Blade. You got the Oranguru to stack the energy on top usually. And then you can, if you go first, you can boss an Evolving V, knock it out, which that's just like a regular straight Zacian deck. Or you can hit into a VMAX. Your Zacian gets knocked out. If you have EXP share attached to your VMAX, you can immediately bring that energy down to the VMAX after your Zacian gets knocked out, and then attach the double energy, boss up a Dedenne, and then boom, 5 prize cards. So, especially with the Zacian, which isn't a 3 prizer, because you can go like Zacian, Urshifu Zacian, instead of having to just go Mewtwo Urshifu. And yeah, so yeah, and we have the Run Rusted Sword because we also have the Zigzagoon and the Fornets, so we can use the Jirachi and the Zigzagoon with those. The the sword gives you can give your you a better time against um, opposing Mewtwo decks because you can attach that to Zacian, ping the Mewtwo, and then knock it out with Brave Blade. I would like the second one because I played a game with this in real life against Pikarom, and it was really hard to find my Rusted Sword when I needed it. So that was something that I might want to add. But yeah, we only have 2 supporters, which is 4 research, 4 boss. One of the new escape ropes because that's getting a reprint for Switch, standard stuff. Then and one to anyone Crobat to Jirachi. So yeah, those are the 4 lists. Just another sorry, not Urshifu. Just another overview. We have got the straight version, the welder version, the psychic version, and the Zacian version. There's probably going to be way more variants of Urshifu VMAX Rapid Strike that's going to come out. Here are 4 general ones that you can try. But yeah, that's going to be it for the video. If you guys liked it, you can subscribe, like the video, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.